sorry that I took a month off. I just had to have my baby. And now that he's a month old, I'm back and I'm going to try to get you as many videos as possible to make up for last month. And if he's awake in the next video, you'll get a chance to meet him. So I have Grace and she's growing up, and I'm going to show you guys how to use one of my favorite rainbow cakes. This one I think is called Pixie, and I used it for the half butterfly, and it's just one of my favorites because I use a lot of pastel colors. So I'm going to show you how to use it in kind of like a butterfly fairy design on the face. So a lot of people ask me what's the best way to load your rainbow cakes. So what I like to do is just take a spritzer bottle and just mist it. Oh, not on just on her. Get her really wet. No, but basically I just mist my rainbow cake so that I get it wet. And then you're going to take a half sponge and just rub it over the surface of it. So now you have a nice wet consistency. I'm getting all of my colors on the sponge. And this way it keeps you from having to soak your sponge 1,000 times. And once I have my sponge loaded, okay, what I'm going to do, close your eyes, is I'm just going to start over the top of her eye. I'm going to press and stipple it downward. And I want to get it in the corner of the eye. And I'm going to bring it right underneath the eye. So right about there, that's where it's going to stop. And then I'm going to turn it a little bit this way. Repeat on this side. So at an angle, I'm just stippling it down, make sure that I'm filling in her eye, and then I'm just going to go right underneath the corner of her eye, right there. And what I do on one side, I just want to make sure, close your eyes one more time, that it's even on this side. I've been painting Grace now for a while. She's a professional. So these can be very similar to smaller butterfly wings. And you can just change it around and make it into your fairy, a fairy princess, a fairy butterfly. You can call it your butterfly. So if you can turn a little bit towards me, I'm going to start in the middle of the forehead with this circle. And I'm just going to make more circles or more dots, just getting smaller. And then at the top of it, very straight, press my brush down and curl. Straight, press my brush down and curl. So I made my little middle, either antennas or fairy wings, whichever you want to call it. And then what I'm going to do is just bring another swirl down. So I'm going to start out very straight, swirl it down, right to the beginning of that eyebrow. And I'm going to make a teardrop and then swirl in the opposite direction. So I'm going to make a teardrop that follows it. I'm going to come up, swirl, and then right off of this swirl, I'm going to swirl again to the corner of the eye. I'll turn her so you can see it. So I did one swirl and another swirl into the corner of the eye. And I'm just going to keep on building right off of that. So then I'm going to come off of this swirl and make another swirl and bring my teardrops into it, right into that little piece right there. And I'm going to connect right underneath the eye with a few more dots. And then in the corner of the eye right here, I'm just going to add some teardrops. And now what I do on one side, I'm going to attempt to do on the other side, even from this angle. You can turn a little bit more this way. So starting from the corner of the eye, I'm going to, actually starting from the top, I'm going to make my curl and bring it in. And make my teardrop that follows that. And then I come out and I swirl. And then I come off of that and I swirl again. See, from this angle it's a little harder, but I'm going to fix up my mistakes. If you can turn a little bit more. I'm going to swirl. And then like I told you before, I'm going to build off of this one. So I come down, swirl out, and fill it in with 3 teardrops right inside of that hole. And then from here I'm going to fix up this one. Then from here, I'm just going to trace over this, make sure that it's really white. And then I'm going to repeat these same dots on this side, right in here. Oops, got her hair in that one. Okay, now I have the basic frame for the design. So this is where you can get as creative as you want. You can always leave it like that, or I'm going to go in and I'm going to give it a little bit of an outline with one of my favorite colors, that metallic rose from Wolf Brothers. And then I've got to give her a couple more things like glitter and lipstick, because like no design, especially some sort of pink fairy design. So I'm just very gently going to give it this little hint of color. And notice that I'm not going in there with black. I like to actually go in there with another color, like the pink or the purples, and just give it an outline. So once I turn her, you'll be able to see how nice the metallic red looks as an outline. So we're going to turn and do it on the other side. You can turn all the way this. Thank you. So I'm just going right on the outside of it, just giving it that nice outline right there. Same thing, and I have to put some teardrops on that side since I forgot it. So I'm just doing 1, 2, 3, right inside of there, and then I'm going to line her eye too. So can you close your eye for me 1 second, Grace? So I'm just going to add a little thin layer of, one more time, of liner to her eye. She's such a great model. Going to add a little shooting star up here, right up there, and one down here. Add some lipstick and glitter. And this is a fast, simple design that any of you guys can do if you're still practicing those swirls and curls that I taught you almost 3 years ago. I just can't get over how fast time flies. So I'm adding this metallic red to the lips. It's just my favorite, favorite, favorite color for the lips. Gosh, look at how beautiful she is. Alright, I'm going to add some glitter, and then she is going to be all done. I use a lot of the white glitter just because it goes over everything, but this particular design looks so good with the periwinkle glitter because it just stands out on top of that bluish blend right there. And then I need you just to look in the camera, smile, and say bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us, guys.